I got my spaceship behind me waiting for some high visibility lines. I got the guys with concrete blocks in the backyard playing real life Tetris. And I got a train coming with 1,500 ton of material that needs offloading. I'm Daniel and this is Ashville Weekly, episode 62. Look at my lovely slab.
Bigger than you think, isn't it?
Disrespect. Wow. Dan's gonna take it as far as he possibly can. Needs to come over here. Feels a lot better in there already. You know what this is? This is punishment. I'm gonna put some real horsepower into pushing that. My back hurts. Right, you're an idiot. Right, hold on. It appears I'm as good at operating the toy one as I am the real one.
What's that all about?
These people really know how to take my money, you know? Nah. We need to put some high vis lines on this, but we can't because it's raining and this area isn't covered. But you can see that everything has come together and it's all nice and black. It's raining in the yard, and to be honest, I feel rough. And I took a couple of L's today, but I'm still here, I'm still alive. They didn't get me yet. So let's take a look around the yard because I know we're about to start pouring some concrete. You'll notice that I'm using some budget bang down rubbish umbrella. That's because the Ashville umbrellas haven't arrived, but they are next week, so stay tuned. Here we go, beginning the second layer of concrete now. The first layer is dry, and we're pouring this on top of it to bring it up to the next level. Cold, man. This cold is getting into my bones, man. On the other hand, the merch container is progressing nicely. We've nearly put all the board on the walls and the plasterboard is following. It feels a lot better in there already, even without any of the air conditioning. Work progressing, nothing exciting, standard issue for Ashville. On Saturday, you saw that I packed up the first merch order. Well, we continued for a couple of hours, 11 and a half to be exact. This is how far I got on Saturday. On Sunday, I was at QPR, so I didn't get a chance. And I have to accept that while I am serious, this is a specialty that somebody else has to do. So unfortunately, I can't bag up any more of these, and some of you will probably be thankful if you compare what I did and you compare what a professional company is going to do. But we have done the first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ton bags of Ashville merch, which are going to be collected today, and they are out for dispatch. The rest we're taking to another center, a dispatch center that specifically does this kind of work, and they are going to get everything out within 2 days. We had a pile of orders like this. After 11 hours and 4 people, it had gone down by that much. We just simply can't keep up. On one hand, it's a good thing. Thank you so much to everyone. On another hand, Daniel, you stupid, stupid man. What made you think that you could do that yourself? Lesson learned, won't happen again.
Can I come back?
When are you coming back?
4:45. 1 hour time.
Every single one's got to go, yeah.
Sorry, mate.
Yeah, that's okay.
You alright?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't.
Yeah, just look at 5 frames, yeah?
How's it looking, Cam?
Not good at the moment. We're going to be doing a separate 1 bag per trip at this rate. He knows he's collecting 1,000 parcels. Why is he coming back? Touch my fingers, yeah?
No, done.
Right, tell him this is the last journey because I'm going in 15 minutes.
Oh, is it?
You need to film that. Yeezys. Someone in the Ashville yard, someone's got Yeezys on. What's that all about? It's my driving shoes.
You put label this morning, you put all label, yeah?
You come in bigger van this time, yeah?
No, I can't.
I'm not going with the parcels.
No.
You let me out.
Yeah, of course. Make sure.
Bigger than you think, isn't it? Look at that. Look at that. He's back! Cam, he's back! You've done Hermes a justice today. Thank you very much.
You finished.
I'm proud to work for Ashville.
Mate, you see that? 1,000 parcels in a day. Easy. Light work.
Like nothing.
Light work.
Light work.
Right. See you tomorrow.
Goodbye.
It's Tuesday and I'm in the yard. I'm just having a look at what Dan's doing here on the Basement Salvage project, and editing a video that was filmed over a 6-month period is brutal. So Dan's doing another pass of it, and Dan's going to take it as far as he possibly can before I watch it. But the watch through of that video, that could take like 6 hours, plus then Dan's got to make changes, then a couple more watch throughs. So Dan is going to stay on that video until we have it ready to go out. In the backyard, with the concrete being poured yesterday and it's all dry, the guys are now doing the blocks, and Bay 5 should be completed by the end of today or tomorrow. And if we have a look now, we can see that Bay 4 has been complete. So the next thing we're going to do is begin to concrete the area after we put another 2 stills to support the side of it. We are up against the clock here because I want to get all this work done before Christmas. Once that concrete's done, then we need to move back over to this yard, dismantling bays, safe pedestrian walkways, fixing the water tower, the leaking problem which keeps coming back to haunt me. Plenty to do to get this yard ready for 2022.
So it should be in some sort of chronological order.
Have we got all the concrete pours? As much as,
I mean, when you say all the concrete,
what we're going to do,
we've got 1 concrete floor.
1.
Yeah.
We talking about, we did all the walls.
Oh, the walls, sorry, yeah.
Yeah, the walls, yeah.
Yeah, but as in, sorry, floor-wise.
Floor-wise, we got 1. Have you got the part where I test the wall and you see the water coming out of it when we drill the hole?
Talk about that.
Yeah.
And then again, I've got phone footage on the side.
The phone footage is fine. That is all you've got. That is all you've got. Yeah.
So that's relevant.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Cool. Good. That's what I meant. Yeah. You see this?
Yeah.
That wall. No, is that the part? Yeah. This is right at the beginning, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good. Fine. And then we can see the sweat on the walls.
Yeah,
and then later, do you have the time-lapse footage of when we sprayed the foam onto the ceiling?
Yes, got all that.
Good. And I got news for you.
Cool.
That client contacted me 2 days ago, and now he wants to do the cinema. So when this video's done, we're filming for part 2. Gonna let Frighty carry on with that as much as he can. Frighty's giving me a bit of aggravation. Frighty went online and ordered 2 Ashville hoodies. I'm a XXX large, and this man went and ordered XL for himself. So now I've got to go doing all this after sales care and processing and changing the size and all that. Like I'm running a shop here. So yeah, we carry on. End hours. I'm just about to go onto a Zoom to talk about a project that I can't share with you as of yet, because I need to discuss with the client how much of his house I'm actually allowed to show. But we are going through the plans now. This is round number 3 of looking at the plans. We've made plenty of changes. This is Sam, our architect, so we're going to go through them now and see where we are with it, because we have a meeting next week. Let's crack on.
So I'm going to share my screen with you.
Right, you're an idiot. Right, hold on. That's not you. You're not in the office. You've just cut yourself out and put your office behind you. Nah, nah.
I got you there for a moment.
Yeah, you got me for a second,
You were
yeah.
convinced.
I thought to myself, yeah, man, he's in the office. And I thought to myself, hold on a minute.
There you go. Can you see my screen?
I can see it.
Okay, fantastic.
Wednesday morning, I'm in the yard in Bay 5. We're putting down a bit of material here, and then we're going to begin to build up the final area here, and Bay 5 will be finished in a couple of hours. As soon as we finish with Bay 5, we're going to begin scraping all of this back, building it up with a bit of type 1 if underneath here the sub base isn't strong, which I hope it is, and we don't have to use any type 1. And then we're gonna prepare this for concrete. We're gonna put some mesh down, and it's a large area all the way from here all the way to down there, so we have a clean, dry surface, which is not going to be mucky like the rest of this. So there's a lot of scraping that's got to carry on. Once we have put all our high-vis lines all over the hopper and we move it over here, we can get everything in place and we can measure up for the conveyor belt in our bagging area. And it's made me think, we have a website, aggregatesupplier.com, and I never really pushed the website. It's where you can buy bags of material online. You don't have to call the office or deal with the office. It's one of those e-commerce sites. As soon as this is done, I'm gonna put some real horsepower into pushing that website, because we'll be producing bags a lot faster than we are now. And in other news, Liebherr have sent me a Christmas present. It's in my office. Let's go and have a look at it. Look at that. Liebherr got me my very own R9150. They got this for me because of the video I did when I tested one of these in a quarry. Click here to watch that video if you haven't seen it already. A few of you are absolutely annihilating me on my operating skills, but you know, I can use a machine, but I'm not a machine driver. That's why there are people at Ashville who are much better than me, who I pay to do it. But thank you so much, Liebherr, much appreciated. I'm gonna figure out where I'm gonna put this because I'm running out of space on the wall. If you remember before, I got this from Dan Aziz. I got my cases, they have come through, and now I've displayed it lovely on the wall. And there's a space up here for another one, but I'm not gonna tell you who that one is gonna come from. Oh, look at that. Oh, wow. Oh my goodness, look at that. I gotta tell you, yeah, these people really know how to take my money, you know? They even need to do no market research or spend no money. These people know how to take my money by getting me stuff like this. I love this. Do you know what? It appears I'm as good at operating the toy one as I am the real one. There we go. Nice. Love that. It's Thursday and I'm in the yard. And I've got a couple of words for you. Violation, disrespect, liberties are the three words that come to mind. Can you imagine? People are bootlegging the Ashville merch already. We got our little shop and we started selling a couple of hoodies, water bottles, mugs, and soft toys. And someone out there already has started to bootleg our gear. Let's show that over here. You know, I'm told I should take this as a bit of a compliment that already people are trying to bootleg it, because it must be like a great item. But guys, here's another option to buy a dead hoodie that's gonna fall apart in like a day and a half with some dead print on the front of it. So this is, I'm lost for words how people can already be bootlegging it. I was gonna bring out an album, but I'm not gonna bring out the album anymore because I probably bootleg my CD as well and sell it on road somewhere. Or they'll probably, I don't know if that, what's that thing? Napster. I don't know if that's still about. They'll probably download my music for free as well. So I'm just, if you want to bootleg something, why don't you bootleg a couple of my lorries and let me get paid for it? Why don't you bootleg something worthwhile? You know what this is? This is punishment for downloading music that I didn't pay for. This is punishment for that time when my mum sent me to the shop and I kept the change. This is the punishment. This is what I'm facing. Anyway, back to the yard. We were digging in the backyard, preparing for the concrete, but I've stopped all that. I've brought the boys into the main yard over here because we are going to move this diesel bay on Saturday. Now, we already have concrete in the area over there, but I don't want to take the diesel tank and have it sat on the floor because when it rains and stuff, I don't want it to have any contact with it. So the slab over there, we're drilling a couple of holes. We're going to stick a couple of reinforcement bars in it, and then we're going to put some shutter in, and we're going to pour about a 6-inch slab on top of the slab that's already there. Then we're going to move the diesel bay and put it on top of it. It's going to be in a slightly different position. We hope it will be easier for the drivers. We're trying to work it out now the best way it will be. We're trying to work it out now the best way to do it. To make this pour possible, after we drilled all the holes and we put the rebar in, we cut some shuttering and we put it all around. So we supported the shuttering on both sides with the rebar. And we're pouring a C40 concrete here. Now this is nothing special, but this needs to be strong because the amount of weight that's going to be on it. And it's good to have a concrete pad anywhere where there could be diesel spillages. It's not porous, and then we can wipe them up. So we made this 2 bits of 4x2 timber makeshift, we put them together, and that's how we level it off. I was desperate to get this done so it would be dry for the next day. longer the concrete dries, the stronger it gets. So after 7 days, it reaches about 50% of its strength. And as time goes by, this concrete will get stronger and stronger. Perfect for this area. Focus, Daniel. There's a lot going on in my head. It's very difficult to recite this stuff all the time. Anyway, we're going to move the diesel bay over there on Saturday. That is going to be a very busy day, but I'm instructing the boys because I'm not going to be here for the rest of the day. I have to go to an event in Central, and tomorrow I'm out with my good pal Michael O'Donovan again, who keeps inviting me out. So I've stopped all the work in the backyard. There's a few blocks that needed to be done on one of the final bays, bay 5, but the backyard's looking good. But there's also a train tomorrow morning. There's a train of material coming, and there are 2 bins sat in that bay which we need to take out and move. The bottom merch container, we're going to start taping it today, and then we're going to put a coat of paint on it, and then we're going to do the electrics, and that'll be finished. Funny that we've moved all the merch from here now. You know, that kind of backwards thinking. It's normally chicken and egg, but now it's egg and chicken. But isn't that the same thing? Think about it. Right, let's get on with it. Thank you all for joining us for another episode of Nobody Knows Who Did It Dan. This week, there are a number of Ashville mugs, if you've been following our journey, which have gone out into the world, the UK, and multiple countries all over the globe, and some have arrived smashed, damaged, broken. Now, generally on this show, nobody knows who did it Dan. But on this occasion, we do know who did it, and it was Dan. Now, I am not going to take full responsibility because when we were packing, I was the labourer. However, as you know, I'm a man who likes to take full accountability. And I did see what was going on, and I did try my best to pack, but I'm not well versed in the subject. So I am looking at the man in the mirror, and I believe that it is his fault, and I apologise. I'd like to tell all of you that we have a number of mugs which we did not put on the shop. We actually had a lot more stock, but we put a lower amount to be available so we could hold some back so we could rectify this issue. So for this installment of Nobody Knows Who Did It Dan, it was in fact Dan. Thank you for joining us.
It's Friday morning, we're in the yard. It's now 6:10. Me and Wilson have been here since 4:30. We was expecting the train in at 5 o'clock, but there's been some delays. Fortunately enough, there's been delays though, because when we got here, Nick, the machine driver, tried to start the LH60 and the batteries were stone dead. We had to get the booster pack out, jump start the LH60, but unfortunately then it come up with a load of errors which prevented it from working. So we had to go and get the small loading shovel, see if we could change the batteries. The machine would not work. We've spent the last hour and a half trying to get this sorted. Fortunately now, the machine is working, the errors are cleared, there's plenty of power in the machine, we're just waiting for them train. We're gonna go and make sure the drivers are all okay now, and hopefully the rest of Friday goes better than the start of it.
Arrived to the yard. It was a very late night. Heard about what happened earlier. Well done to Tezza and the machine operator for getting the L860 going. I'm in the main yard looking over at the train yard, and I can see how it's being offloaded. Personally, I think that if the train reversed in, the L860 could offload directly into the bay, as opposed to offloading up near the front and then burning loads of diesel, getting the shovel to put it in the bay. Finally, the reflective tape is going onto my spaceship. We're still working in the back area trying to prepare for concrete, but I think I'm gonna have to pull the guys out of there. How are we doing? I'm gonna have to pull the guys out of there because we need to dig a trench here for the electric that's gonna run to the new fuel tank, because we are desperate to make this car park that bit bigger. I'm only in the yard for about an hour and a half. Really and truly, I've made myself late for the event that I'm gonna go to. Going well, let's catch. Going well, let's get on with the work. I know you're going to use the other one as well. I know you will, Chief. Look at my lovely slab. Right. Diesel tank here. Fuel pump here. Red diesel here. And we'll dig a trench there. Put some conduit in the ground. And then the electrics will pop up just here. Very good. And then we'll take these Jersey barriers along the side, then going along the back. So the safe pedestrian walkway, once you get in the car park, is to walk all the way around the back here until you get to this point. Then you can cross over into the other yard. Nice. Saturday morning, I'm in the yard. Forgive me, guys. Over the past 2 weeks, with the festive season, there have been a number of events, celebrations and networking events, and people just getting together in the waste and aggregates industry. And this year I've been invited to a lot of them, most of the time by my good friend Michael O'Donovan, and a few others have invited me out. Guys, I'm not equipped for this business development and all this going out and getting in late and all this. My back hurts. It's better that I just stay in the yard all day long, because this going out and meeting people and all of this, it takes its toll on you, especially when you got to be in the yard in the morning. And I'm not sure how many other people have to be in the yard on a Saturday morning. Anyway, it was very helpful meeting people in the industry, bouncing ideas off each other and just putting a face to a name. Today is the big day. We are going to move this diesel tank and we are going to make the car park bigger. Massive day for us. We got one team working in the merch container and the training room. We've taken all the shuttering off around the new slab. We're not doing any work in the backyard around the slab that's going to go there. We're also going to take our spaceship today and move it into the backyard, not into place because we haven't poured the concrete, but just to get it out the way here so we can carry on with other work. So there's plenty to do, and I want it all done today. So when everyone gets here on Monday, it's like, wow, there was a massive change and everything is nice and safe and there's less messing around. Let's do it. This is it, man. Up we go, up we go. Gently. Oh yeah, well done. I'm good here. I'm good. Yeah. Yeah. We're getting there. Needs to come over here. You see how the trench that we dug yesterday is perfectly placed where the conduit comes out the ground. We're going to try and connect this now, and we're actually running out of jersey barriers. We haven't poured any jersey barriers in a long time, so we're going to have to nick jersey barriers from other places. What's most important is to get this working area ready for, I would say Monday morning, but there's lorries which are going to be coming back here about 2 or 3 o'clock, so plenty to do before the guys get here. We're trying to separate people from vehicles, but at the same time, we're trying to stop vehicles from driving into things. So we're trying to think how we're going to rework this area. I think the best thing to do is get that area right over there, get the car park right, and then we'll get this area behind the skips right as well. And this just goes to show us what a mess the tyres are in. There's a whole bunch of tyres here, a whole bunch of tyres there. Nobody knows what's going on with anything. We're making a plan in the backyard, and Mikey wants to pour in separate sections and just have a joint. So we're going to pour like that. The lads are going to finish Bay 5 now because the ground is a little bit better. It's 1:49 and we still got a lot to do. I have to sort this out before Monday morning because this car park will be packed from 5:30, so it's got to be all done before then. And the hose has gone on the forklift, so we can't even use the forklift at the moment. Very good. This would be so much easier if the forklift's working. We've had to pay an out-of-hours call out to get someone into the yard ASAP to fix the forklift. Will said I should say something about the forklift being fixed. Well, the forklift has been fixed. Time to move the spaceship. Fine job. Look at that. It was a monumentous task to think that we were going to get everything done today, but the boys worked really hard. We did our best. The bays are nearly finished apart from one block over there, and that's really annoying me. I'm probably not going to sleep tonight. We managed to move the diesel bay, which is really important, and we managed to not finish the car park, but we managed to give everyone a bit of guidance for when they get in on Monday morning. We just put some blocks to map out the area where people can park, and we're going to carry on with that on Monday. Everybody worked really hard. The boys are really tired and they've gone home for the day. And that's it for Ashville Weekly, episode 62. Click here for the Ashville website. Click here to subscribe to our channel. Click here to see an Ashville video that you may not have seen before, and click here for last week's episode, which was number 61.